Hello, everyone. On International Women's Day, we celebrate the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women all across the globe. And I'm so happy to have with me here today Dr. Nora Khaldi. Nora serves on the EIT's governing board as a governing board member, strategically driving the EIT. But also, Nora, you're a shining example of a successful and driven woman entrepreneur. And just to give our audience a bit of a background, so Nora has a background in mathematics and biology, and then you went on to become an entrepreneur by founding your company Neuritas, which uses artificial intelligence to develop new drug therapies. So Nora, can you tell us a little bit about your journey and what drove you from the field of sciences into entrepreneurship and innovation?
Yeah, and thanks, Angela, for the introduction. So, as you said, I'm a mathematician and scientist by background, and for me, it was really all about going beyond the publication. So, translating that science into a finished consumer product that would benefit humans in general. That was really my driver, and that's why I became entrepreneur. So, in a nutshell, it really is all about helping people. And again, with that core of translation, so taking beyond the publication, taking things into true products at the end.
And to mark this occasion of International Women's Day, it's also a day where we recognize achievements, but there's a call to action for accelerating equality and women's equality. And so in your role, how do you see the EIT? How can the EIT take a more active role in promoting this or achieving this?
So I think EIT have done already tremendous job because I'm on the board, and when I joined the board, the number of women on the board itself is tremendous. So I think they've done a really good job, actually, not just talking but walking the walk as well, and that's important. I think there's also very much a lot of incentives in terms of their clicks to do the same from a leadership perspective and a board perspective as well. And also a lot of the programs they've invented to help women entrepreneurs in general. But we always need more. And when you look at the VC community, I've gotten this number from a recent presentation. If you look at the percentage of VC investment into women-led companies, so these are just, not necessarily a founder, but even from a management team, there's only about 1.4% of all VC investments. And that's scary. That number in itself is really scary. It's like saying, women only represent 1.4% of the population. It really is weird. So I think, so there's a lot of work to be done, but I think it comes as well. I think what can be done initially is at least from a European level, it's really showcasing women leaders as role models. We have a lot of different countries, different languages. There may be a woman in each country that is known within that country, but really representing women at the European level, regardless of language, regardless of background, as role models to show young generations that it can be done, I think is very, very
important. And you mentioned a bit about, that staggering number and how important, and at the EIT we truly believe how important it is to train the next generation of entrepreneurs, and especially to push more and promote more women going into STEM, especially young girls, to technology fields. And so I wanted to ask you, what advice would you have to aspiring female leaders? It doesn't have to be young, it could be young or old, to promote them into entrepreneurship.
So it's interesting you're saying this, because I think for me, and I'll tell you why it is. So you have to first find your passion. Being an entrepreneur is very, very hard. It's not easy. People talk about it as it's something, sexy and cool, but it's not easy at all. It's super hard. And if you're not really truly passionate about what you're doing and really driven about what you're doing, I think it rarely works out. So first, you really need to find something that you're passionate about. But obviously, that's something is to solve a problem that society is suffering from. It can't be just any passion. It has to be something that really resonates with a problem that currently exists. And then it's really all about belief and determination. It's not easy. Like I said, there's a lot of hard work that's involved. You make mistakes, but you need to, learn from those mistakes and quickly move on. And I think the second thing, which is as important as the passion and identifying that area of problem solving, I think the second one is people. I think it is key. Like I couldn't really emphasize that more. Surround yourself with good people and use your connections obviously well, but surround yourself with good people that empower you as a leader. And if you feel that the people around you are not doing that and bringing you down in such a way, change your surroundings. It really is important. So those two, get your passion aligned with a big problem and go for it. But if you're not passionate about it, I would wait. And then, surround yourself with people that empower you as a leader. That's super important.
Thank you so much, Nora, for joining us today. And we really look forward to your active involvement in the EIT.
Thanks a million. Thanks, Angela. Thank you.